How's it going, everyone? This is Abe's Card Collection, back with another Mail Day Monday video. This week doesn't really involve any mail, but it is my part 2 of my CSA show pickups. Part 1 included all the things I picked up from the dealers, including some cards, some TTM fuel, some set building stuff, some autographs, so some cool stuff. Part 2, though, is the autographs I picked up at the show, for the most part, from guys that were signing at the show. So there are 3 pictures here that I got framed that were signed at previous CSA shows, so I figured I'd include those as well, just because I think they really turned out nice with the framing job. And one of the frames under here is one of the items I got signed at the show. So we're going to start with the pictures. Again, the first 3 items you're going to see are things I picked up at previous shows, but I did get them framed on site at this show. There are people that frame on site, and the person I use there, she does a phenomenal job. The last picture I'll show you is one that I got signed by a guy signing at the show. So without further ado, I say we jump right into it. We're going to start here. I'm going to have to stand up for this one, guys, and I apologize for any glare. But Kevin White, West Virginia University superstar, 7th overall pick from the Bears. Didn't really do much in the NFL, got injured a lot, but he signed a few years ago at a show. Went to my college. Really excited to hang this photo up, so we're actually going to put him there so we don't blow one of the other ones. But here's another one I got at a show a few years ago. Boog Powell and Frank Howard. Really love how this turned out. Tried to match the matting with the uniforms as best we could, so really like how this one looks. I'm going to move this one down to the side. Right under that one is Mr. Charlie Sheen from Major League, of course. Got him right before the 2019 October, I think it was. So really love how that one turned out. He's a collector himself, so I mean he took really good care of this. He kind of blew on the signature after the fact. Really nice guy. Put this back down. Get Charlie Sheen out of here. We'll get Kevin White out of here, and we'll get to start looking at guys that I picked up at the show. And the first one, it's probably the best autograph I got at the show. Troy Palamalu. He was signing. I was shocked. He never does signings. Super pumped. He was an amazing guy. He signed for well over 2 hours. Had a huge line. I actually got two items signed by him, including this photo. Very famous interception. I'm not kidding you. I got this signed, certified by CSA, and framed all within an hour. So really quick turnaround. Really excited to hang this up on the wall. Again, Troy, he was a super nice guy. I mean, a guy of his profile, usually they don't stand there and talk to you for very long, but I mean, he listened to everything I had to say. He was really nice to me, really nice to everybody there. The people, I guess you could call like his agents or handlers, they were nice about everything. They weren't rushing everybody along like some signers, agents do, and trying to move the line along. They were all fantastic. So, and I wouldn't expect anything less of Troy. His entire career, he seemed to be like that type of guy, and he really was in person. So, I was super happy to meet Troy Palamalu, my favorite Steeler. So it was a big moment, but love the way this picture turned out. Framed and all, signature and all, nice big and bold and blue. CSA, it all worked out perfectly. So those are the photos, guys. Next, we're going to move on to the footballs I got signed. So this one actually didn't turn out terribly great, unfortunately. But Adrian Peterson, so he tried really hard. You can see right here, he kept dotting the pen, but it just wasn't taking to the football for some reason. It still looks pretty good. I'm gonna put it into an Ultra Pro, cube and stuff like that, and put it in my display case. Usually for footballs, I get like these big glass cases and stuff like that. But for this one, I'm just gonna put it in the display case. I actually have a signed photo from him from his rookie year. But he's got a really nice signature. He writes out every letter. Excuse me. And not every guy does that, especially current day players. So I'm a big AP fan. happy to get it. You can tell the ink kind of, you know, didn't take to the football terribly well. It kind of got a little streaky at the end, but AP was trying really hard. Again, got the JSA cert. It's on a Goodell football, official football, so I don't know if this, maybe along the way the football, you know, got a hand on it or something, some oil or something happened. Or the pen, I don't know. It looked like here he was trying hard, and, you know, you could kind of, I don't think it was the pen's fault. I think it was my fault with the football. So I probably should have checked on the football beforehand, but never had a problem getting football signed. Still looks pretty good, though. So our second football is actually currently in a cube, going to be transferred to a, well, you know what, let me take it out of the cube. We'll get it better on the camera there. But it will be transferred very, very shortly into a glass case. I just haven't gotten it delivered yet. So, Troy Palamalu. I love this one because I got the Hall of Fame inscription on here. So, super pumped about that. I've got like Jerome Bettis, Hines Ward, all those guys signing football, or have signed footballs for me. So this one is going right there next to it in its own glass case. Really pumped as a Steelers fan to add this to the collection. Again, can't say enough about Troy. Absolutely fantastic. And of course it has the JSA cert there. So really, really good looking football. Put that one off to the side. And then we are going, next we'll get into the cards, guys. I got a ton of cards signed, as you can see here. So, put them over here. I got this Kellen Winslow rookie card signed. And then I got this other Kellen Winslow rookie card signed. I bought them separately, and the plan was to get the best condition of the two signed, and then just, you know, hold the other one. But it was only $40 to get his signature, and I was sitting there and I was like, well, I'll just get them both signed. Why not? And Kellen Winslow, he was fantastic. He was actually really careful with the cards. He made sure to like not like ding them up, and it was just interesting to see how just like careful he was with it, because some guys, you know, they kind of just boom, whatever, they don't care about the condition of the cards, but he really seemed to take care of them. I mean, if it gets a corner ding, who cares? I mean, it's fine to me. I know some people really like that pristine stuff, and I guess I kind of do too, because I was looking for the best condition of the two, or the best, I guess, centering or eye appeal of the two. But I was just surprised by that and really appreciative of that. But these turned out fantastic, so really like the way these look. Next, we'll move on to another California star, Jose Canseco. So, got him in this 86 Topps Traded. I was impressed the way his signature turned out. He did a really good job signing. He was kind of the opposite of Kellen Winslow, where he wasn't as careful with the cards, but still really happy he showed up. I debated getting his book signed. I've read both of them, and I don't know, I just kind of felt like, yeah, I'd rather get a couple of his rookie cards signed. So here's his 86 Topps Traded. Here is an 87 Topps with the rookie cup. And then this one's my favorite. It's the 87 O-Pee-Chee rookie cup. So really, really cool. Jose didn't have too much to say. You know, I told him I appreciated reading his book and how, you know, he helped the game along and this and that, and he just said thank you, stuff like that. He was wearing his sunglasses the whole time, even though we were inside, but still really, really happy to get Canseco. Super affordable at $30 per. And I think he's kind of a tough autograph to get. Maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking that, but I just don't see him signing too much, at least out on the East Coast. But really cool getting Jose Canseco. Next one, Dwight Gooden, or Doc Gooden. 84 Topps Traded and 85 Topps. Thought these turned out really good. It was funny. I didn't really get to talk to him too much. He signed the cards, and then he noticed Eddie Murray, who was signing at the show, walked in, and he just like jumped up from his line and ran over to Eddie Murray. I guess they're old friends. So kind of interesting, but really happy to add these to the collection. I'll have a look on that 85 Topps, his face. But really happy to have these. Finding an 84 Topps card, traded card, was really hard. A lot harder than I expected. So really happy to have gotten these two. And then the last one. Some of you guys will say, Abe, you could have got these TTMs so much cheaper. And you're right, but the in-person experience, you can't beat that, guys. I mean, so it's just, I don't know. It was worth every penny, I'll just say. But, and I picked up 8 autographs from Brooks Robinson. And these are going to go, for the most part, in order of the year, minus the last one. But I actually picked this card up at the show for, I'll do one at a time, a little bit of a glare. But I picked this up for $25 at the show, which is kind of funny because I just missed out on one at auction. I bid like 60 bucks and went for 63 bucks. And this one's in about as good as condition, and he had a $50 tag on it. Took 25 for it. I just basically said, hey, I'm a Brooks fan. He said, okay, half off, bud. I was like, I appreciate that. I'm going to give a good sign. So, really like how this turned out. He added his Hall of Fame inscription to all of them. He asked me, he said, hey, what do you want on them? And I said, please, if you could put the Hall of Fame inscription, I would really appreciate that just to keep it consistent with them all. So there's the 59 Topps. Here is the 1960 Topps. And Brooks, he really seemed to enjoy looking at all these cards. And just kind of looking at the designs and the colors and this and that. He actually just said, hey, I just signed a bunch of Topps cards for Topps, like Topps Finest and things like that. So, look at that. That's a 62 All-Star. So not his base, but his insert All-Star card. Turned out phenomenal. Got a 63 Topps. Some of these cards too are ones I did not want to send through the mail. They're some of them cost like 50 bucks and 40 bucks, and they were, you know, they're in pretty good shape. So I mean, it's fun talking to Brooks. I've met him, I think, 5 times now, maybe 6. He's always just really, really nice. Loves talking about the game. Here's a 65 Topps. Looks really good. He took his time, too. He looked, he goes, I think I should sign it here. I think it'll look best here, stuff like that. I was like, I was just kind of blown away. And he just talked. He asked me a bunch of questions about, you know, this and that, and just, so, 66 Topps. And it's funny, here's a little funny part of it too. So you wait in line for everything, and I had 8 autograph tickets. I thought I had quite a few. And this guy walks up, and I'm like, hey, you should just go ahead of me. You know, I've got 8 of them. It's going to take, you know, a few minutes. And he goes, don't worry. And I was like, you sure? He goes, yeah, I got 22 tickets. And I was like, all right, you can get behind me, bud. So he was the last guy in line. I was second to last in line. But he had 22 Brooks Robinson autograph tickets. I mean, he was definitely a super collector. He got a bunch of jerseys and things like that. But here's a 66 Topps. Looks fantastic. This one's probably one of my favorites. The 71 Topps World Series Game 5 insert. He loved this card too. He just, I don't know, he obviously remembers all this and, you know, experienced all this. So I think really seeing this play kind of, you know, resonated with him. And it's a perfect card to get signed with all the space on it. And then I got this 64 Topps Giant card. I mean, I think I've seen people send these out. I don't know how. I mean, I guess they would, I just imagine they'd get really torn up in the mail. And this was kind of one of those ones where I wasn't going to get signed, and then I remember I had it from a long time ago. Meaning like about a couple years ago. And it just kind of was like, all right, let me go find that card real quick and see if I can get it, you know, get it ready for the show. But that's it, guys. Tons and tons of cards. Bunch of rookie cards signed, which I love. I tried so hard to get a Brooks Robinson rookie card at that show. I found one, and it just seemed too good to be true, and I didn't want to risk buying a fake one. I mean, it looked pretty legit. The one thing about the seller, though, that kind of threw me off is the price seemed really good for the condition of the card. And he had a bunch of most of his other cards were graded, and this one was raw. And so that kind of like threw me for a loop. Like maybe it got rejected, maybe it was trimmed, maybe it was, something was up with it. And so I just kind of was like, all right, I'll back off. Hopefully at some point I can get his rookie card from, somebody that I know and trust. So, but yeah, it was a fantastic show. Loved getting all these cards signed. Loved getting some photos framed. Loved meeting Troy Palamalu and getting him to sign a football. And same with AP. AP was great. He gave me that really hard handshake that he's known for. And he really, AP's really good with the fans from what I noticed. I've met him a couple times and he just, he's really good with the fans too. I didn't really say enough about how good he was, but he was great as well. But thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mail Day Monday, even though it wasn't really any mail. It was just kind of, some great pickups that I was able to make recently, and things I was able to experience. So, as always, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and hope to see you all tomorrow on Through the Mail Tuesday. Thanks. Bye.